But, when you talk about the life and legacy of Ted Kennedy, there are so many bright spots, but, unfortunately there are dark spots as well. And perhaps the darkest moment of his life came on July 18th, 1969, when driving back from a party in Chappaquiddick, he drove his car off of a bridge. Mary Jo Kopechne was in the car with him. The car overturned and sank. Senator Kennedy insists that he made several attempts to try to get her out of the car, but became exhausted and had to give up. He did not report that accident until the next day, though, and that is really where the controversy lies. Why was there that length of time between the accident and the time that he reported it? And that incident is widely seen as the reason why he could never become president of the United States. And about a week after the incident, July 25th, 1969, the senator went on national television to apologize for it. Let's re-roll that moment in history.
Today, as I mentioned, I felt morally obligated to plead guilty to the charge of leaving the scene of an accident. No words on my part can possibly express the terrible pain and suffering I feel over this tragic incident. This last week has been an agonizing one for me and for the members of my family, and the grief we feel over the loss of a wonderful friend will remain with us the rest of our lives. These events, the publicity, innuendo, and whispers which have surrounded them, and my admission of guilt this morning, raises the question in my mind of whether my standing among the people of my state has been so impaired that I should resign my seat in the United States Senate. If at any time the citizens of Massachusetts should lack confidence in their senator's character or his ability, with or without justification, he could not, in my opinion, adequately perform his duties and should not continue in office. The people of this state, the state which sent John Quincy Adams, and Daniel Webster, and Charles Sumner, and Henry Cabot Lodge, and John Kennedy, to the United States Senate, are entitled to representation in that body by men who inspire their utmost competence. For this reason, I would understand full well why some might think it right for me to resign. For me, this will be a difficult decision to make. It has been 7 years since my first election to the Senate. You and I share many memories. Some of them have been glorious. Some have been very sad. The opportunity to work with you and serve Massachusetts has made my life worthwhile. And so I ask you tonight, the people of Massachusetts, to think this through with me. In facing this decision, I seek your advice and opinion. In making it, I seek your prayers. For this is a decision that I will have finally to make on my own. It has been written, a man does what he must, in spite of personal consequences, in spite of obstacles and dangers and pressures, and that is the basis of all human morality. Whatever may be the sacrifices he faces if he follows his conscience, the loss of his friends, his fortune, his of contentment, even the esteem of his fellow men. Each man must decide for himself the course he will follow. The stories of the past courage cannot supply courage itself. For this, each man must look into his own soul. I pray that I can have the courage to make the right decision. Whatever is decided, whatever the future holds for me, I hope that I shall be able to put this most recent tragedy behind me and make some further contribution to our state, mankind, whether it be in public or private life.